something that might seem less scientifically weighty, but actually has profound practical implications for nutritional adequacy in older adults. Palatability, the sensory appeal of food. Specifically, the rich, savory flavors that develop when meat is cooked through the Maillard reaction. Because if food doesn't taste good, even nutritionally perfect food, people won't eat enough of it. And for older adults with diminished appetite and reduced taste sensitivity, flavor becomes a critical factor in preventing malnutrition. The Maillard reaction is the chemical process that creates those deeply savory, browned flavors when meat is seared, roasted, or grilled. It's the difference between boiled chicken and roasted chicken, between poached beef and a properly seared steak. The compounds created trigger umami taste receptors, providing that satisfying savory flavor that makes food genuinely appealing rather than merely nutritious. Here's why this matters for aging populations. Taste and smell sensitivity decline significantly with age. Foods that younger people find perfectly palatable may taste bland and unappealing to older adults. This contributes to reduced food intake, unintentional weight loss, and ultimately malnutrition, which is surprisingly common in elderly populations. Protein-energy malnutrition in older adults increases mortality risk, impairs wound healing, weakens immune function, and accelerates functional decline. Cooked meats and bone broths rich in umami compounds can stimulate appetite and make eating more pleasurable even when taste sensitivity is reduced. The intense flavors cut through the sensory dulling that accompanies aging. This isn't trivial. If your 85-year-old grandmother isn't eating much because food tastes bland, finding foods that still register as flavorful becomes crucial for maintaining adequate nutrition. Plant-based foods can certainly be flavorful, but achieving the depth of umami and savory satisfaction from the Maillard reaction in meat requires more culinary effort and skill. For older adults with limited cooking ability, or their caregivers preparing meals, simple roasted chicken or slow-cooked beef provides concentrated flavor and nutrition with minimal technique required. There's also the texture consideration. Many older adults struggle with chewing, whether from dental problems, reduced jaw strength, or poorly fitting dentures. Slow-cooked, tender meats require minimal chewing effort while providing concentrated protein and calories. Ground meats similarly work well. Plant proteins often require more chewing, and the texture can be less appealing for those with oral health challenges. The meal preparation aspect deserves attention. Older adults living independently may have limited energy for cooking. Meals need to be straightforward. Browning ground beef, roasting a chicken, using a slow cooker for stew, these techniques require minimal active time while producing flavorful, nutritious meals. The flavor payoff encourages adequate intake even when appetite is poor. For caregivers and family members preparing meals for elderly loved ones, focusing on palatability isn't indulgence, it's essential nutrition strategy. If grandma won't eat the perfectly balanced but bland meal, it's nutritionally worthless. But if she'll eat roasted chicken with crispy skin and rich juice, even if it's higher in fat and sodium than ideal, that's the better nutritional outcome because she's actually consuming adequate protein and calories. The umami compounds in meat and bone broth may also stimulate digestive secretions and appetite more effectively than blander foods. Some research suggests umami taste can enhance appetite, though this area needs more study. Anecdotally, many caregivers report that strongly flavored, savory foods are more readily consumed by older adults with poor appetite. What I want to emphasize here is that nutrition science often focuses on optimizing nutrient ratios while overlooking the fundamental requirement that people actually eat the food. For older adults facing multiple barriers to adequate intake, flavor and palatability become first-order concerns, not afterthoughts. The Maillard reaction in cooked meat provides a reliable path to creating foods that taste good enough to eat adequately, even when appetite is limited and taste is dulled. This might not fit neat nutritional models, but it serves the ultimate goal of maintaining adequate nutrition to support health, function, and independence in aging populations.